Daytime. It is time to have some fun with glass, and joining me to do so is decorative artist Jeff Monsine. Welcome back to Daytime.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Well, we're going to have some fun with glass, and I think first we're going to look at some still photos, and you can kind of explain what it is we're looking at here. And you did all this yourself, is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. This is actually a door to a wine cellar, and this is a stencil, but you can actually paint on glass. And it makes, beautiful design. That's a close-up of it.
And just to clarify, you just can't grab any old paint. You're going to have to grab some paint that's made for painting on glass, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
You either have to use the specific paint that's made for glass, or you have to etch the glass just a little bit.
Now, what are we seeing here, Jeff?
Okay. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but this was a clear glass pass-through door at one point, and we actually painted first the penne fresco on it and the design of the bread, and then we spray painted black paint, and this is all on the other side of the glass.
Okay.
So it looks very reflective, very mirror-like.
Yeah, that's great.
Which
Good
is
job.
definitely-
All right, so you brought some things in to show us today, so let's get started.
Okay, this one actually is kind of a good one to start with. This was a simple pane of glass, and I've left the tape on it because glass is very sharp.
Sure.
And I cut myself just holding them. And sometimes in the older homes, you've got that glass that looks kind of drippy. And here's a way that you can give that look. I don't know if you can actually see it on here. Maybe you can see it through your.
Maybe
You can see that's kind of.
yeah, it's kind of
sort of
rigid
rigid.
looking. Yes.
Okay. Well, if you use an etcher like Primetch or Ximix, a couple different primers for glass, you can actually just brush that onto your glass and leave it like that. And when it dries, it gives that old look.
Okay.
The same time, you can put a raised pattern on it by putting a stencil on it and troweling a little bit of a clear gel medium through it.
Very nice. Okay, and you have some painted glass here. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
This was also clear glass originally, and we wanted to make it look like onyx. And it actually, because it's glass, you can still see through it, and light can pass through it. And you could actually have a light source behind it if you wanted it to glow, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe like you said before we started, like a bar, maybe a bar area or something like that. That would look good.
Right. And you can use any type of paint on glass as long as you've put a primer on it first.
Okay.
Okay.
And I see you brought some hand-painted goblets here.
Sure. Now these actually, if you go to the craft store, they've got special paints just made for glass, and they've got their primers and their paints and all that, and it's fun to do, and they make great presents for people too.
Are these okay in the dishwasher? Would that be okay, or should you suggest hand washing?
I probably would hand wash them, but if you read the directions, it'll probably. I mean, each different manufacturer, will tell you different things.
And what do you have over here? Because this from the top would probably look like paint, but not so much, right?
Well, this was really simple. Okay, what I did actually was this is actually a sticker. It's a vinyl sticker. I of course put the primer on it first, and I put the sticker on it, and then I just sort of stippled some paint actually on this side, so I've kind of covered the. But I think that's like sort of an easy look,
absolutely.
and anybody can do. You don't have to be that artistic.
Okay, and lastly, I think we got this is just a stencil, right? Just for you to put something on somewhere.
Exactly. This was actually at a yoga studio.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're probably wondering what these people are.
Okay.
And these are just examples of different kinds of stencils that you can use on glass. All around your house.
This is a stencil as well, right?
Sure.
Okay. Jeff Monsine, thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
joining us on Daytime. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.